Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars, and happy Halloween to everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful Halloween, and to celebrate I am wearing, if you don't know if you can see this, my Pennywise t-shirt to celebrate Halloween. And I thought also to celebrate Halloween I would bring you a new horror movie review, and the film I'm reviewing today is the 2017 horror film The Super. And even though it was made in 2017, it's just getting its release now. And this film most notably stars Val Kilmer. And this is a film that I've had my eye on for quite some time. I thought the trailer was pretty effective, and Val Kilmer, when he decides to, can be pretty interesting to watch on screen. And this film focuses on a father and his two daughters. He's an ex-police officer. When his wife died, he decided to retire from the police force in order to bring up his two daughters. And he gets a job as a superintendent, basically, at I think it's New York, a New York apartment building. He gets given a flat as part of the job, and also working there as a superintendent is Val Kilmer's character. I think, is it Walter, I believe? Who's a very, very strange individual indeed. Practices voodoo and all these weird rituals, and he's a very, very creepy character. And while there, going down around his day-to-day business, fixing taps and all this kind of stuff as a superintendent, people start slowly disappearing, and creepy things start happening. Rumours start going around. There's, all these people are going missing. And it gets more and more intense, and you're left wondering who the guilty party is while you're watching this film. And that's all I really want to say in the plot here, because this film, in a lot of ways, it's actually quite generic, but it's a very well made film, filled with some pretty interesting performances, primarily from Val Kilmer, and it actually has a pretty nice twist at some point in this film. So the less you know about this film when you watch it, the better. And I've just given you the basic outline of this film, because obviously I don't want to ruin it at all. Now, it is a horror film with a healthy dose of thriller thrown into the mix here. And I thought this film started off particularly strongly. I thought the opening 10-15 minutes of this film was very good and very well made, and really set the film up nicely. There is a bit of a lag. The second act, there's a little bit of a lag, where he's settling into the building with his family and getting on with his job and introducing and meeting new people. But every time Val Kilmer's on screen, the film gets far more interesting, I will say that much. However, it was a very, very good performance by Val Kilmer, and a very interesting and layered performance, but I would have liked to have seen a bit more of him. I'm not saying his performance is a cameo or anything. He is in it quite a lot, but I would have preferred to have seen more of him in this film. I did think, while watching this film, it was a bit off-putting. There were some dubbing issues in regards to the voices that is noticeable, which I thought was quite amateurish for a film as reasonably well made as this. It's not low budget or anything, even though it's going straight to on demand, but it's almost like someone just washed their hands of it and said, oh, put it out, let's see what they think of it. Doesn't seem to be an awful lot of care put into the editing process and the dubbing and things like that. And ultimately I thought it was quite a successful film in what it was trying to do here. There's no cheap jump scares, which a lot of films do these days to try and get a rise out of audiences. Not to speak of, anyway. I would say the scares in here are almost always earned, and some of the scenes are actually pretty shocking, and quite brutal at times as well. And even though I kind of figured out a red herring in the film, I didn't predict the twist that happened in the film, and I thought it was a really quite a nice twist too. However, saying that, guys, the ending I have a real problem with. I found the ending frustrated the hell out of me, and to be honest, I just thought the ending sucked really badly. For me, it really did. They went down a certain route by the end that I didn't like the ending at all. But it's subjective. You might watch it and perfectly love the ending. I don't know. So for me, there's a lot of positives here with this film, and there's some negatives as well. But I thought overall it was quite a nicely balanced film, and a film that I had quite a good time watching. A lot of times you'll watch these trailers and think, that's a decent film, that looks okay, I'm going to give that a go. You watch it and it's just bang average at best. This is slightly above average, I would say. It's littered with some decent performances. Val Kilmer stands out, he's great, he plays a really creepy character. There are some good scares in the film, a nice twist in the film, and if you can forgive the ending, you might like it even more than me. So I'm going to rate this film. I'm going to give this film a pretty decent 7 out of 10 because I did enjoy it. I thought it was well made, a good film, and yeah, I do recommend it, guys. So there you go, that's my Halloween review this year, and it is for the horror film The Super that stars Val Kilmer. I do recommend you give it a go. It's not half bad, and I hope you enjoyed this review, and please let me know if you have seen this film. Leave some comments. Thank you very much for watching, everybody.